I was lying in a hospital bed when the betrayal reached me. A muted television flickered on the wall, a segment about a luxury cruise celebrating family reunions at sea. I wasn't really watching, not until I saw them. My parents, my sister, my husband, all laughing at the railing of a ship, glowing under the golden light of sunset. For a heartbeat, my mind refused to piece the faces together. My father's relaxed grin, my sister's hand resting far too easily on my husband's arm, my mother clapping like she was watching a perfect life unfold. Then my phone buzzed. A notification. Luxury cruise line, $8,400. My credit card. I called him. Where are you? I whispered. At work, he said casual smooth. I smiled faintly. Enjoy yourself, I murmured and ended the call. That was the final moment I ever allowed myself to feel weak. We'd met 7 years earlier, in a coffee shop I hadn't even wanted to visit. He'd offer me a seat, flashed a smile that felt safe. He remembered my order a week later. Back then, I thought love meant noticing the little things. I mistook attention for devotion. He was talented at both. My family adored him. My father called him the son he never had. My sister laughed too loudly at his jokes. I noticed, even then, but I was in love, and love makes excuses. Marriage was supposed to ground us. Instead, it loosened everything that once held. His late nights became meetings. His messages grew shorter. He'd forget things we talked about the night before. Little cracks, small enough to ignore, big enough to cut. Then came the business trip last month. He left on a Friday. That same night, my father's car was gone from the driveway. My sister ignored my calls. My mother said they'd gone somewhere special. I didn't push. Some truths reveal themselves best in silence, and they did. After my discharge, a minor accident, nothing serious, I started planning. Not revenge at first, just answers. I downloaded our joint bank statements. Every transaction was a breadcrumb: hotels, restaurants, jewelry, and then the cruise charge. On my card, that was when everything clicked. They weren't just betraying me with their hearts. They were funding it with my money. My mistake was loving him blindly. Their mistake was assuming that blindness would never heal. Quietly, I transferred the rest of the funds into my personal savings. Changed the banking passwords. A lawyer friend helped me draft a temporary separation agreement, freezing all shared assets pending recovery. It was cold, legal, final. Next, I called the cruise line, pretending to be his assistant. My boss forgot his business insurance info. I said sweetly. They confirmed the passenger list. For names, exactly as I'd seen. I asked for copies of the invoices for reimbursement. They sent them, all billed under my name. Perfect. I forwarded everything to my lawyer, filed a fraud report, and waited. 2 weeks later, the ship returned. They didn't know yet. I invited them over, claiming I wanted to celebrate my recovery. My husband arrived with flowers. My sister hugged me, smelling faintly of his cologne. My mother avoided my eyes. My father looked tired. Maybe he knew. Maybe not. We ate dinner like strangers performing family. I poured wine, watched their hands tremble. Then I spoke. I saw your cruise, I said softly. Looked expensive. The silence cracked open. My husband's fork froze midair. My sister's smile dissolved. My mother gasped. My father's grip tightened around his glass. I'm glad you all enjoyed yourselves, I continued evenly, especially since I paid for it. He opened his mouth. I didn't let him. Oh, and don't worry about the fraud investigation. I added lightly. They'll reach out soon. I made sure the receipts traced back to your cards and emails. His face drained of color. I turned to my sister. You can keep him, I said quietly. You'll need him for the hearings. I stood, calm, unshaken. My mother whispered my name. Pleading, I didn't stop. I'd already signed the divorce papers that morning, sent them to his office inbox. Copied my father's accountant, too. Every lie had its paper trail. I'd just set the fire. They left in chaos. I stayed, tracing the rim of my wine glass, listening to my heartbeat, steady for the first time in years. Justice isn't loud. It's quiet, deliberate, like a needle sliding into a vein. A week later, the same TV channel ran another story. Local businessman under investigation for financial misconduct. Sources say family disputes may be involved. His photo flashed, pale, cornered. Beside him, my sister's face blurred by the camera. I smiled. People love to talk about heartbreak, but never about what comes after. That calm, sharp moment when pain turns into power. They boarded that ship to escape me. But the thing about the ocean? It always gives back what's been taken.